I was interested to know whether there is actually a time when we would say praise can be detrimental.
Yes. Not all praise is detrimental. Praising the process, like effort, strategy, persistence, that can be helpful. It tells a child what they have to do to succeed and what they have to do to overcome obstacles. But praise that speaks to intelligence, that praises the person for innate qualities, that can be harmful. It sets them up to feel they have to live up to that. They have to be perfect all the time. It makes them start to avoid challenges. It makes them start to be afraid of mistakes. And the very self-esteem you thought you were instilling, you are actually undermining.
So could it be that sometimes no praise is better than praise that praises this innate abilities?
Yes, no praise is better than praise that praises something like an innate ability. And I would think that parents should ramp down the amount of praise they're doing, because you don't want a child who's looking over their shoulder all the time to see what people think. You want them to experience the intrinsic enjoyment of what they're doing. But if the praise is earned and if the parent likes to do that, it needs to be praise of the process, not of the child's qualities.
Is there something here as well about the fact that praise can so often seem non-specific when it is praise for the whole person, good boy, clever girl? It's not really saying anything about what that child has done, really.
That's right.
It's as opposed to the positive feedback you might give, but I really like the way you concentrated on that
That
task.
non-specific praise, or even specific praise about who they are, isn't appreciating what they've done. And interestingly, it doesn't require you to know what the child has done, or it doesn't require you to have gotten involved with what the child's doing. Whereas process praise is appreciation and encouragement of exactly what the child has done. And from it, the child really learns good habits.
But I'm wondering whether then there might become a message that maybe it's better not to praise than to, for example, if you see a child doing something nice, and it might be your own child or it might be a child in class, and you haven't got the time to say, the reason I like it was because of the effort that you put in. Is it better not to pass comment at all?
It does. Good praise requires an investment, and it requires that you understand what the child is doing. And I think it's very interesting what you're saying. If you don't have the occasion or the time to understand what the child is doing, then you can say, show that to me later. I really want to look at it. I really want to know what you've done.
And isn't it the case that children would know really what kind of praise they're getting anyway? And do they really value the kind of non-specific good boy, good girl, which is something that they might be used to, or they're waiting for the specific bit, even if it's a but, when you kind of think, is there criticism now coming, which might be good. And maybe we undervalue criticism.
As a matter of fact, children do like the bad kind of praise, the praise where you praise their intelligence. They light up.
Well, not just children.
We all do. Yeah. But it's not good for them.
It's a quick hit.
It's a quick hit, and it makes them more vulnerable in the future. It also instills bad habits of worrying about mistakes, wondering whether they're still going to think you're smart and brilliant and special. But your point about criticism is also well taken. Many parents, not wanting to harm their child's self-esteem, do not give constructive feedback. And many coaches of children's teams, and actually college teams, are now saying, where are the athletes I can coach? Every time they give feedback, the kids say, Coach, my self-esteem. They call their parents call the athletic office. And the coaches say parents used to drive the kids home from Little League, that's junior baseball in the States, say, well, you know, when in the fourth inning when you struck out, maybe you weren't keeping your eye on the ball. And now they say the umpire robbed you. They think that the child is so fragile that they have to foist the criticism, the blame off on someone else. What does that teach the child? It teaches the child that failure is so terrible, we can't even talk about it. We have to blame someone else. Well, can that child come home with mistakes or problems if they're supposed to be perfect all the time? Constructive criticism simply tells a child what to look for next time, how to do better next time. It's really another form of encouragement.
Isn't there a danger that we then might end up with the, what shall we say, over-competitive, I mean, we would say competitive dad syndrome, that the child does something and the dad can't say simply, well done, that was good effort. They have to then say, but what you need to improve is this, and what you should have done is that. And the child thinks, will you just say well done once in a while, rather than
not
all the time criticizing?
No, not all the time criticizing, but sometimes giving helpful feedback when the child has made a mistake. All right, what do you think about now? What could you do next time? That kind of thing. But not every praise has a but. Every praise has a criticism, no.